Yo, what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is. It's your boys here at AA Sports. That's right, straight sports, no chasing. Diego Barisnikov, here with my main dude. What's cracking?
What's good people? It's your boy, All Hate, Uncle Hate. I got my Panther shirt on. Camp started today, people. Football is back.
Oh, yeah, we definitely here. I said the last of the teams should be getting into camp this week, so, hey, 2 weeks we got a preseason game, and then, hey, it's on and popping.
Because I think the Hall of Fame game is like next Thursday.
Is it next week? Yeah, it's usually a week after they start camp, so you're right.
Right. I mean, ain't nobody playing in that game, but it's football. Crazy.
Yeah. Exactly. So we got some things to get with y'all this week, people. Again, before we get started, we want to make sure y'all know all our social media platforms. We are on IG at AA Sportscast. You can find us at AA Sportscast on Twitter. That's also at AA Sportscast at gmail.com if you want to shoot us an email with any feedback, comments, or questions. Hey, tell them where to find you at personally on the social media.
You can find me at ReK6000. Holla at me. We talk sports. The homie just said the email address. We are looking for people who want to talk about their team. We're doing football breakdowns. If you got something to say about your team, holla at us.
Right.
Get at us.
Absolutely. You can find myself at Diego Barish on Twitter. Also, brand new first episode 33 was last week. This is episode 34, but we are now on the Spreaker platform. That's Spreaker, Spreaker. Download that. If you can't watch YouTube videos and you don't have that kind of time, catch us on Spreaker. You can just straight audio. You can do it in your car or whatever. Just
Let us ride to work with you.
There you go.
We will ride to work with you. Deal with that traffic. Hear what we got to say about football and sports. We here for you. I know we said last week we were putting a bow on basketball, people. We said it, but we got to talk a little bit. But before that, what we do every week, open bar. Club just open, free before 10. We got to talk open bar. Go ahead and start us off, big dog. Who we talking about this week?
All right, well, real quick, I predicted it last week.
He did.
The juice is loose. They let him free, even though, from what I understand, because I didn't watch the whole shenanigans of the press conference type of parole hearing, but he almost fucked it up.
He did.
That's OJ being OJ. But after 8-9 years, they let the man out for stealing his own stuff. So now he can go back to maybe doing some interviews or some things, get that money up so he can pay the Goldmans.
But the crazy thing, the boy made 600 racks while he was in jail. Because that NFL pension, they can't touch that money. They can only touch the money he earns doing other stuff. So I'm pretty sure we'll probably have an OJ reality show sometime around, he gets out in October, probably November, December, somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Last thing I got to say about OJ, you can finish off. OJ, come home and claim Chloe, man. That's your little girl, man. Stop hiding. Claim her.
You think they need to go on Maury?
Hey, she got his head, man. She got OJ's big ass head. Come home and claim your little girl, man.
She don't really look like, Kim and Courtney, does she?
Nah, not at all. But, the juice is loose. We going to see where it goes. Hey, do the Buffalo Bills invite him to a game this year?
That would be interesting.
All right, people. Like I said, we said we were going to put a bow on basketball, but sometimes things happen. And we really had no intention of talking basketball this week. We were full bore with football, but around, was that Friday morning?
Yeah.
NBA landscape changed when the boy, young Kyrie, put out there that he no longer wanted to play with LeBron James.
Smoke alarm is going off in Cleveland.
Yes.
Okay. The only part of this, because when I first heard it, I totally dismissed it. Like, okay, that's bullshit. Even if he said that, they're gonna say, "Wait, we're not trading this boy. It'll be over in a couple days." Not exactly. This is a lot deeper than I initially thought. I don't even know where to start because it doesn't make any sense at all to me whatsoever. I've been thinking of it for the last 3 or 4 days ever since it dropped, and outside of just wanting to be the guy, which I understand, That's as far as it goes for me as far as this making any sense. The rest of it makes no sense.
Because that's 90s basketball. It's a different age now. 90s ball, yeah, you want to be the man. It's your team. Do you think Kyrie can go up against these super teams right now and get into the playoffs, let alone challenge for a title? The better question is, you go through all the stats till you look at it, and I love Kyrie's game. He's a killer. He's an assassin. But who the hell does he make better? Who?
Right. Nobody. Nobody is the answer to that. And the first mind-boggling thing is, okay, if you want to be the guy, again, I get that part of it. But your choices, from what I understand, Minnesota.
You won't be the guy.
The Knicks.
You can be the guy.
You can be the guy, but why would you want to go to the Knicks of all places?
At all.
San Antonio, you won't be the guy in San Antonio.
You won't be the guy.
You'll be a key piece, but you won't be the focal point as you want to be. Miami's a nice little young up-and-coming team, but they got Dragic. So what do you figure? I think Dragic still got another 2 or 3 years on that $60 million deal.
Dragic's going to have to be traded to get him. And if I'm Cleveland, I ain't touching that.
Yeah, if Pat Riley, if I'm Dan Gilbert or whoever this new guy is that they just hired as GM, I think the day after or the night of when this story dropped.
He younger than us, cuz.
Is he?
Yeah, Kobe Altman's his name. He's 34.
Kobe Altman. But if you call me saying, I'll give you Dragic or Kyrie Irving, this is what's going to happen.
That's it. That's it.
I'm hanging up the phone on you.
All day long.
There's nothing else to talk about.
I mean, and they talking about they want a king's ransom. Now, don't get me wrong. Kyrie's under contract for 2 years. That's a good thing because you can control him for 2 more years. But I'm not giving you 2 firsts, 2 starters for a cat who might leave in 2 years. I'm just –
Right.
Okay, now, before LeBron got there, Kyrie put up – the Cavs won 26 games a year, lost 51. But if you look at the numbers are damn near the same. His stats by himself and with LeBron, they're damn near the same. You think I'm going to trade 26 wins for 54 just to say I'm the man? Bruh.
Say the man. Just to say you are the man. And then, on top of that, you look at, we always talk about rentals, and we normally think of, a 1-year rental. But like you said, 2 years, that ain't that far off. It'll basically be a 2-year rental. Anybody basically gutting their team to get Kyrie.
Right.
And for me personally, I don't see anything out there. Boston is the only team that I see that's got enough assets or the right players to talk about making a deal. And I'm not so sure Cleveland would want to make a deal with Boston.
I ain't taking Isaiah Thomas back.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not too sold on that. And I never was too sold or too thrilled about the idea, this Phoenix deal that's been floating around with Bledsoe and Josh Jackson.
Well, they came out before we went on and said Josh Jackson is not in any deal. So if I'm Phoenix, if I'm the Cavs, no bueno. Yeah. I got to have Josh. Got to.
And I didn't like that setup anyway because, okay, if they would have traded Bledsoe and Josh Jackson, so you essentially would have had Kyrie and Devin Booker up there just having a contest every night to see who can get up the most shots.
Man, pretty much this week, Kyrie signed up with a new endorser, Dolo Athletics. He wants to run Dolo and, score 30 points a game, but be in the lottery every damn year. You think about it. One thing we didn't talk about, too. When he was with the Cavs, Dolo, remember him and Deion Waiters didn't get along. Tristan Thompson was a bust before LeBron got there.
Right.
Anthony Bennett, well, they shouldn't have drafted him, but pretty much every draft pick,
they had Wiggins.
Nobody better.
They had Wiggins, too.
Well, they were going to get Wiggins, but they traded him that summer for Love. Wiggins never played a game with the Cavs.
That's right. You're right. I'm sorry.
Because Brian got there. But even with that, I remember years ago we talked about this. I know we talked about this. He was a damn fool for taking that money to stay in Cleveland to begin with.
Yeah.
What did he see?
I don't get it. And then another thing, like I said, this just keeps going on and on, or the list of reasons why this doesn't make any fucking sense. If he gets traded, then he basically trades away his option or his chance at a supermax. $70
million out the window, so I can get away from winning games taking the last shot, being on TV every damn week. LeBron been big up in this guy from day one.
Yeah.
Did you see what Dame said the other day?
Yeah, I saw Dame's interview. He's like, I don't understand why he said he didn't know all the ins and outs because he's not there on the team or whatever. But he said from the outside looking in, I don't understand why you don't want to go to the finals every year.
Who wouldn't want to go to the finals every year? Every damn year. Because we're in our upper 30s. We old school cats. Outside of Magic Johnson, can you tell me another unselfish superstar like LeBron? That unselfish?
Not on that level, you know what I'm saying?
No.
You don't get guys that are potentially basically top 10 all-time greats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That are as unselfish as a LeBron or a Magic Johnson. But, you know, exactly. they're pass first guys. Normally you get a guy that caliber, he's a Kobe or a Mike type, or, you know, it's all about their shot first. But you don't get that with LeBron and Magic. And so that's what makes it even more head scratching. And
even on top of that, even if you don't get me wrong, because LeBron got some blame in this too. Bron got some blame because Bron been holding this over Cleveland's head for years. I'm gonna be here or I won't. Y'all gotta do what y'all gotta do or I'm gone. So I don't blame Kyrie for wanting some stability, but you go talk to him.
Right.
I'm gonna tell another story about young Haight and young Diego back in the day.
Uh-oh.
When we had the party at the hotel, and young Haight, I let these random girls drink a half a bottle of Hennessy. We almost locked up. But what did we do before the party? We talked.
Yeah.
We got to the bottom of it. LeBron and Kyrie. Now, from what I've been hearing, they have talked a couple of times. They've tried to get to the bottom of it. LeBron has given all he can give. But if the young boy want to go win 30 games a year, 35 games a year, I trade him to the worst team possible. He has the leverage.
Right. It's not like he has a no trade clause so he can dictate where he wants to go. This is only going to play out one or two ways. Like you said, they're going to trade his ass to Siberia, or they're going to say, hey, go in that room with LeBron, y'all lock up for 5 minutes, do whatever y'all got to do, but you playing on this goddamn team this year.
One way or the other.
You know what I'm saying? we're going to get this thing one more run with this squad that we got together and try to bring a championship back. I wonder, because you talked about us being old school cats. To me, Kyrie's got the typical, I don't want to say typical, I want to lump them all together, but the typical millennial mentality is it's all me first. Forget everything else. It's kind of like we said a couple weeks ago, we was talking about Dan Gilbert. He happy he got the one ring, now it's fuck everything else.
Right.
It kind of seems like that's how Kyrie going. We use an analogy all the time from a hood classic belly. Learn how to put weed in the bag and then get money. Kyrie feels now that he's learned how to put the weed in the bag and he can go venture out on his own.
Because at the end of the day, when you look at this situation, LeBron has given. LeBron has been there. Kyrie I think he made one All-Star team before LeBron got there. That's the one he won the MVP, and LeBron wanted to play with him. But he makes nobody better. And they keep saying that Kobe's his idol. He fucks with Kobe a lot. Kobe done said himself in recent years. We talked about this. They won 3, right? They left 3 on the table, easily. Him and Shaq left at least 3 titles on the table, maybe 4, maybe.
Yeah.
You got to learn from history. You can't just go back and say, that's a 90s mentality. You think he really wants to go be Steve Francis or Baron Davis or Stephon Marbury? How'd that work out?
Apparently he does. I want to read a quick excerpt from a write-up from an article I saw on Bleacher Report. It's by Howard Beck. Look it up, people, if you want to take a look at it. It's called Kyrie Irving Just Can't Wait to Be King. And it's a long article. I'm not going to read the whole thing, obviously, but I'm going to read one little piece of it. It says, should Irving be a franchise centerpiece at all? He's known to be moody and difficult to reach and work with. He has a tendency to dominate the ball. He doesn't elevate teammates. He plays no defense. Nothing about him screams leader. And I couldn't agree with that.
Because he's an assassin. He's a hired gun. And if you look at it, too, He's only averaging maybe 62 games a year.
Yeah.
60 games a year averaging the 3 years before LeBron. 67 without him. The best ability is availability.
Right.
If I'm a GM, I'm looking at that saying 60 games a year and I got to give up everything and you might leave in 2 years? Nah,
bro. Nah. And he can't be bitching about shots because, looking at, some of the stats you put on here, he ranked 6th in the league in shots compared to LeBron ranking 15th.
The most unselfish superstar since Magic Johnson. And you trying to leave him. And all LeBron been saying this whole time is Kyrie need to be an MVP. That boy is special. He's this. He's that. Right. And on top of that, you think about it, Kyrie don't play no damn defense. None.
Nope. Because I think us talking about it during the finals, how we were saying, hey, in some of LeBron's comments, you can kind of see him saying, hey, this guy Kyrie is going to be the dude here in a couple years. So it's like I don't get it. And now it's coming out, Chauncey Billups saying he had some insight into this, and that was part of the reason why he didn't take the Cleveland job. It's got to be something else to this that we're not seeing because everything that we've outlined, this just doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
Well, we can jump off that real quick, but we're going to transition into what the Cleveland Cavaliers did do last night. They brought Derrick Rose in.
Before we jump off there, I want to make one last point.
Go ahead.
If LeBron leaves and they go ahead and get rid of Kyrie, Dan Gilbert, to me, is not all in now that he got his ring.
I'm gonna tell you this much.
He bought this team in 2005 for $375 million. It's worth $1.2 billion now. If both of them gone, I wouldn't be surprised if he sold.
But that value gonna drop though. So you said he bought it for $300.
He bought it for $375 million. It's worth $1.2 right now. If he can get out within the next year or so,
$700 maybe.
That's like shit. He can go ahead and get out as long as LeBron's there. It'll still be worth over $1 billion. So he can.
I'm saying if LeBron's leaving,
right,
he need to put it on the market right now.
He got to get it on the market soon.
Right now,
he got to get it on there soon.
And I take that bread and ride off into the sunset because I got my one, and go from there.
That'll be tripling his money. Anywhere in God's green earth, I triple my worth.
Hey, I ain't mad at him, but we talked about that a couple weeks ago. Y'all need to fuck with us, people. We be talking about this stuff ahead of the curve. We be ahead of it. Yeah. But, they signed Derrick Rose last night. He took 2.1 for 1 year to go play with LeBron, and pretty much LeBron laid out that red carpet with that Twitter, let's go G, with all them roses.
Right.
As good as LeBron is, Derrick Rose ain't Kyrie Irving.
Nah. And some people will just look. I mean, we do run a lot of stats and stuff here, but we put it in its proper context. A lot of people look at Derrick Rose stats and say, well, he only averaged 4 points less and about the same amount of assists and rebounds. Not quite the same. It's a little different.
Yeah. Last time I checked, Derrick Rose is probably shooting. I put it on a couple weeks ago. I think he's shooting like 26, maybe 29% from three.
Yeah, he don't shoot three. He don't shoot the three well at all.
That's not gonna cut it when you're trying to beat Golden State. He can get to the hole because when he plays Steph can't guard him, so he gonna get his. But when they pull back on him, he got to be able to hit the three.
Exactly. And
you think about the Lakers. You think about the Lakers. They should have put them boys in a room years ago. Fight, figure it out. I'm not trading nobody. LeBron needs Kyrie. Kyrie needs LeBron. Figure it out.
At least for another year.
At least for another year.
But I will say this: I can't blame for Kyrie for trying to get ahead of the curve either. So I don't want to make it like a bash Kyrie session.
No, he's not in the wrong. He learned from LeBron.
Sense based on what he's saying, his reasoning for want to go. If you want to go be a focal point or somewhere, then these teams that you listed, that don't even fit with what you're talking about. And if you think LeBron leaving, you would be the focal point of Cleveland after he's gone in a year.
You think LeBron people leak that shit?
I don't
believe that either.
And I know Stephen A. Smith, he's normally a pretty reputable guy, what have you. Sometimes his shit don't be right. So it just didn't. From the time I heard it, it just did not seem like a LeBron move because he's more subliminal subtweet, that kind of dude. He ain't the fight kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the, all right, I'm going to kick your ass type of dude. If he never fought Delonte West, why the fuck would he fight Kyrie Irving over this shit? You know what I'm saying? So that, and they don't even, LeBron and his camp don't even move like that. They play stuff close to the vest. Bad boys move in silence. That's their motto. You know, they out here leaking shit like that. So I didn't believe that from the time I heard it.
All right, final prediction. What that boy playing next year?
Kyrie? Cleveland.
I believe so too. So we're gonna jump off this. Oh, did we talk about what? Did you have anything on Derrick Rose? Anything?
Stay healthy, boy.
Okay.
Because you know it looked like a great move. If he was gonna be a backup, but now him having to be a starting point guard, if they actually do go ahead and trade Kyrie, I don't know about that. I'll say this, and it's a little early. You know, everybody want to make predictions and shit. I was thinking about this a couple of weeks ago. This could very well be the first year in a long time LeBron don't make the finals.
I still think they're better than Boston. I still think they're better than Boston. You know, am I wrong to think at this point Derrick Rose is still better than Isaiah Thomas?
Yeah. I don't know. They might be a wash because it might be a wash. It might be a wash. They might be a wash.
But that boy want the Brinks truck.
But I'm saying if Kyrie leave, if they trade him, LeBron might not make the finals this year.
Derrick Rose got to bring it, but you know we'll see where that go. Last NBA tidbit, real quick. John Wall took that Supermax. On that, shout out to him. 70 million he added.
Yeah, 179. Yep.
Okay, shout out to him. Hey, I wasn't about to let Otto be the richest dude on my team either.
Hell no.
So, all right, we got our basketball out the way, people. We about to do some NFL tidbits on some rapid fire before we jump into the AFC East. I know what you're thinking. The Patriots are the beast. We know too, but we're still going to talk about it because that's what we do here. It's football time. NFL tidbits. All right, Andrew is starting camp on the PUP list. Now they claim he started throwing last week. What do you think about that?
It's about time. I'm not too concerned about the PUP list because you know they can take him off the PUP list next week.
Right.
So I think it's just a kind of a precaution to kind of see how he progressed. And if he's not ready, if he's not ready, do they have a backup?
I don't think so.
Okay. So.
Okay, number 2 on our list. I'm gonna ask you this question. You give me just a straight up answer. What does John Elway have to do to get fired from Denver? He won 2 Super Bowls. He won a Super Bowl as a GM. They gave him a new deal. What could he possibly do to get fired?
Call some hoes on the company phone. Oh, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, that's on our list. That's on our list.
Hey man, John Elway can do no wrong in Denver. Did you see the article though? Speaking of John Elway, before we get off that, I know we went in the rapid fire. Did you see the thing about how he could have invested like $30 million or so some years back into the Broncos and he didn't do it? And if he would have that same piece, would have been worth like $400 million now.
Damn.
Talking about taking an L.
Ooh. Okay, this is a funny one here. Thomas Dimitrov said we would love to get a deal done with Devontae Freeman ahead of camp on Thursday. He said this shit yesterday. Bruh. Come on.
I believe it when I see it. I keep hearing any day now. I believe it when I see it.
Come on, Sam.
And if he does get a deal, I'm interested to see what his number is. And I'm pretty sure Le'Veon Bell, David Johnson, some more cats are interested to see what Devontae Freeman's number would be.
Okay, I put the numbers for the last 2 years. 492 carries, 2135 yards, 22 touchdowns. But on top of that, 127 receptions, 1,000 yards, 5 TDs. He still ain't getting no damn deal this year. And the bad part about this, he can get the tag, the next 3 years, give or take?
Yeah, pretty much. So.
All right, next one on the list. Pac-Man got suspended again.
What's new?
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you take this one. Zeke's bar incident got thrown out because there's no witnesses. Shout out to Jerry. But Jerry came out and said he spoke on domestic violence. He said there's absolutely no evidence in regards to this case. Now, they've been investigating for a damn year. Does Jerry know more than the NFL investigators know? Tell me, cuz.
I have no idea. NFL, I'm pretty sure he does. The NFL investigators don't seem to know shit. They just, for some reason, the NFL, they can't do an investigation in a timely manner and be done with the shit and let's move on. They drug out Deflategate. They dragging this out. Why? You supposed to have all these high-profile security people and whatnot. You supposed to be the next step down from the FBI the way they talk about NFL security.
You know what? I take that back because I forgot. These folks couldn't even get that Ray Rice video when it happened.
But they don't come across as the most competent bunch. You know what I'm saying? The NFL security. So we'll see. But at the same time, Jerry got a shutout for that. They turned around. They took an L yesterday in my book.
Oh, that was some sucker shit.
Oh, man. They cowards. Cowards. I don't use that word a lot, but that was some coward shit. And then they got Jason Garrett puppet ass up there today.
I didn't even see it today. What did he do?
He didn't do shit, but give the same answer every time. Because I think he was. I could tell by the voice. I think it was Kalishaw.
Okay.
Kept asking him, different questions. Hey, if you were going to cut him for other reasons, why was he even on the team to begin with before this came out? And,
let the folks know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah, we're talking about Lucky Whitehead. If y'all not aware yet, Lucky Whitehead, he's mostly a specialist, special teams guy. I think a kick punt returner. He's not a big piece of the team. He may have even got cut anyway. But
hey, man, that cat that had a hard 2 weeks, man. They kidnapped his goddamn dog last week.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, some folks called him, said they had his dog while he was on vacation. They wanted 10 racks.
For a dog?
Yes. He got the dog back unharmed. But he was in the news with that, talking about the folks had his dog, man. That's a hard 2 weeks, man.
Damn. And then he gets a case of mistaken identity. I guess some other dude named Lucky Whitehead or somebody Whitehead had some petty theft charges, was supposed to be in court, didn't show up, and they thought it was him.
Right.
The boys pretty much immediately cut him, even though he told them, hey, that wasn't me.
Because they had the record of him being on a plane at the time, and Dallas said he was lying.
Yeah. I hope he gets picked up by somebody, but preferably a NFC East team or anybody that's on the Cowboys schedule late in the season. And I hope that shit come back to bite them in their ass because Karma is a redheaded bitch.
We're going to talk about them later on, but I don't believe they're going to win that division. I think I said it last week. But this last rapid fire we got, RG3 has a workout with the the LA Chargers.
Yeah.
How many games he played last year? 5? If that many?
I want to say 3.
I think he got his shoulder tore up like 3 games.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah.
He got to have a good agent.
He didn't make it into October.
Nah. I know Phillip Rivers is our age, I think. And that's the best backup. You gonna bring him in for a workout?
What else out there other than Colin Kaepernick?
Right. That's where I'm going.
Geno Smith got a job. A lot of other people got jobs.
But y'all don't think this is about them blackballing Cap?
Yeah, I digress.
Okay. All right, good people. We are starting off our division breakdowns. This is the first one for AA Sports, and we're starting off with the AFC East. Yeah. We kind of know who's going to win the division, but we still got to talk about it.
You think it might be close? It might be a toss-up?
I'm going to tell you, you see the notes that were generated for the show. Do you see what New England did in their offseason compared to what everybody else did? And they trying to catch up?
Right. The rest of the teams were already playing catch up.
Right.
The Dolphins probably was the closest. Yeah, Dolphins were the closest to them last year. New England was 14-2. Miami was 10-6. And I think Miami overachieved last year.
Yes, they did.
So to think that you can duplicate that or improve on that, and what New England did, they spent money, which is something New England doesn't normally do.
Right. So let's start off. Let's start off with the stats. Okay. Total offense, New England was ranked 4th. Total defense, 8th. We know they got the best coach in the division. Takeaway giveaway, which basically means the number of giveaways compared to the number of takeaways in the league. They were 3rd, which means they're taking care of the ball. Tom Brady, 67% throwing, over 3,000 yards, 28 TDs, 2 people, 2 interceptions.
Wow.
In 12 games.
Just for a whole season, right?
In 12 games.
I mean, he missed the first 4 games because of suspension. So even if you want to curve that 4 max.
Didn't you have him in fantasy last year and was eating everybody's lunch?
Yeah, I had him on the what was that year before last? No, I had him last year. Yeah, I had him and Gronk.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, and on top of that, so now they lost their leading rusher, LeGarrette Blount. I don't understand why they let him walk. I don't get that. But they let him go. They kept Julian Edelman. So they signed Mike Gillislee from Buffalo. He's going to be the new thumper. They signed Stephon Gilmore. People, Malcolm Butler's still working off a rookie deal. Still. And he's a number 1 corner. Very good. Yeah. And they picked up another number 1. So you ain't throwing on them. They traded for Dwayne Allen to put another corner on the other side of Gronk. And they got Dante Hightower to take less than what he could have got to come back for them. They went all in this year.
You're missing one other key piece.
What's that?
They got Brandon Cooks' little fast ass.
Damn, that's right, yeah. Brandon Cooks, basically Mr. Go Route.
Yeah.
Mr. Go Route's going up there. So how the hell do you defend them? Tell me, how do you defend them?
Oh, it's easy. I mean, NFL games are mostly played on Sundays unless it's a Thursday or Monday night game. So what these teams got to do that Sunday morning before they go to the stadium or whatever, to the facility for their pregame meal or whatever, they need to make sure that they all attend Sunday school or church, get their prayers in, go to the cathedral, do whatever you got to do, pray to Allah. You're going to need help.
Exactly.
From a higher being. You're going to need it.
You know what? I put this list together. I can't even think of somebody who needs to step up.
I put Malcolm Mitchell.
I like him.
Just for the fact, I saw them trying to use him more late in the season, and Brandon Cooks is going to draw a lot of attention on the other side. Gronk's going to draw a lot of attention. Him and Dwayne Allen in the middle of the field. So that's going to leave Malcolm Mitchell, in most cases, one-on-one. He's going to have to I expect him to step up and make plays like he did last season. Well, late last season.
I think Amendola gonna get cut.
Let's see: Edelman, Amendola, Malcolm Mitchell,
Cooks.
He's about 5th on the depth chart, right offhand. Yeah.
Unless he gonna make some hits on special teams, he getting cut.
Yeah, because you figure they're probably gonna keep. Probably knowing New England, they're going to keep probably 4 running backs.
Yeah.
3 or 4 running backs.
Got to. That's what they do.
So, yeah, Amendola, nobody.
Who you player with something to prove? You know what? It's crazy, but I want to say Gronk because he got to stay on the field.
I said Gronk as well just for that reason, and he has a lot of incentives to do it for this year because his contract for this year depends on his play pretty much.
He got paid yet, has he? Or did he get?
He got that deal in the offseason that's dependent upon.
Yeah. We talked about that. His shit is incentive laden. Yeah, we talked about that. That's right.
And outside of him, I actually put Malcolm Butler.
Yeah.
They dangled him for seemed like months on end.
Yeah.
Even after they got rid of Logan Ryan and before they signed Stephen Gilmore, they were still dangling him out there as if. He didn't win them that Super Bowl, and he's been solid ever since.
Cause
they still don't really value him. To me, it seems like they really still don't really value him.
Because had he not jumped that route, we'd be talking a whole nother New England Patriots right now. Had he not jumped that route in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But what you got for the record prediction?
I'm going 13-3. I took a look at that schedule right before we came on. I'm saying 13-3 at worst, 12-4. There was a couple of games that I think could be toss-ups that they could either win or drop. So I'm saying no less than 12-4.
So basically, how many years? I mean, I meant to pull it, but I forgot last night. How many years they don't won this division?
It's in the double digits.
This shit feels like the Atlanta Braves in the NL East back in the day when they just won the division like every year.
The only year that they didn't was whatever year Brady blew his knee out.
And they still won 10 games that year.
I want to say they won 11.
They did go 11-5. I'm wrong. It was 11-5. All right, next team on our list. Next team on our list is the Miami Dolphins. They went – one thing I should have talked about before we went on. Before we started with this, the AFC East division standings at the end of the year last year. New England went 14-2. Miami went 10-6. Buffalo went 7-9. The Jets went 5-11. So we're on Miami right now. They went 10-6 last year.
Better or worse?
I don't think they're gonna get 10 this year.
I got them taking a little dip back myself.
What you got them in, cuz?
Miami?
Yeah.
I looked at their schedule and it's not favorable.
Yeah, I took a look at it before the show and I don't see 10.
I got them at 6-10.
Woo.
I got them at 6-10. Like I said, I thought they overachieved a little bit last year. This year, they're not going to sneak up on people. They cut some old guys.
A lot of them.
A lot of old guys. They made a couple little pickups or re-signs, but
I don't think they did enough. You just talked about New England's offseason. They won the Super Bowl last year, and that's what they did in their offseason. And all you did was cut some old dudes and re-sign go route Kenny Stills, Kiko Alonso, and Cameron Wake, who's our goddamn age. That's right. All you did.
And Kiko Alonso has been on probably 3 teams in the last 3 years. I mean, he getting passed around. He getting passed around like an R&B chick right now.
And that's all you did in the offseason.
Right. So I don't think they did enough. You look at I will say this in Miami's favor. I thought Tannehill stepped up last year. That's probably shout out to Adam Gase for doing that.
Yes. He got something out of Jay Cutler, and that says a lot.
Right. And he got something out of Tannehill last year after we thought, hey, he might be no. But, Tannehill completed 67% of his passes, 3,000 yards, 19 touchdowns, not too bad. Until he got hurt, and that just kind of tanked him for the rest of the year. Who do you think needs to step up?
Ryan Tannehill.
You got Ryan Tannehill? I got him with the most to prove. I think he needs to prove he can come back and duplicate what he did last year.
If we go most to prove, I'm going to say Jarvis Landry, because you got to prove to me you more than just a slot guy. Because he's sitting there talking about he want the Brinks truck too. You a slot guy. I mean, you getting a lot of balls, but 94 receptions, 136 yards, you only got 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. Yeah. So, he's like I said, in the slot guy, it's hard for slot guys to catch a lot of touchdowns in the red zone sometimes.
That too, but I think he's talking Odell type money because they homeboys, but I don't see that.
I mean, I think Jarvis can play on the outside because he played on the outside at LSU, and I want to say Odell played a lot of slot.
So why they got him inside so much? You think? Kenny Stills?
Good question. I'm trying to think who was there these last couple of years.
Mike Wallace left last year. Kenny Stills is there this year.
Right. I think they might try to put him on the outside more on Devontae Parker. They got Devontae Parker, so I know he's
forgot about him. First round pick.
Yeah, I would move Stills to the slot and put Jarvis on the outside because Jarvis can do a lot of things. He's like a Swiss pocket knife. You know what I'm saying? You can put him in the backfield at times and do a lot of things with him. So I can understand why he's kind of wanting that money. Just an off-top analogy, he's kind of like, to me at least, he's kind of like a Le'Veon Bell of receivers because he can go back. He can run it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I think his skills will be brought out a little bit more if he was on a little bit better of a team. But I like Jarvis. Jarvis can ball.
I think the best thing to come out their season last year was Jay Ajayi. That was the best thing to come out their season. 260 carries, 1,272 yards, 8 touchdowns. Didn't he have 200-yard games last year?
Yeah.
2 or 3?
I want to say they were back-to-back, too.
Yeah. So you got a running game, which basically takes the pressure off of Tannehill. He's not afraid to throw down the field, and I like that about him. So he's not Alex Smith. He ain't check down Charlie. He will air it out. But it's gonna come down to Tannehill. 6-10. That's a step back, boy.
I think it's gonna come down to the defense. They were ranked 29th last year, and like we just said, they didn't do shit to it to improve.
Because I think I could have got 85 yards on them. They ranked 30th in rushing defense last year. They gave Sue $60 million to be in the middle of the damn field, and they ranked 30th in damn rushing defense.
Yeah.
And only 19th in sacks.
Yeah. Because I want to say, see, Miami, as far as the run game, I think Miami's defense, I'm not mistaken, I want to say they run that scheme where the interior linemen are really responsible for taking on all the linemen, and it's up to the linebackers to make the plays. And I can't name you a linebacker on their team.
Well, Kiko's the only one.
Right. So there you go.
All right. So you went 6-10 on them. All right. Let's move on to the Buffalo Bills. I got a lot to say about them because I think I was wrong.
Sound off on them.
I think I was wrong. The homie told me he been saying it. I think I was wrong. The Buffalo Bills. I'm saying they're gonna go 7-9, and the reason why I'm saying they're gonna go 7-9 because I was a believer in Tyrod Taylor. I was drinking all that Kool-Aid. People, they are ranked 30th in passing.
Damn.
That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. 30th? If we've been on this show for weeks talking about these suck-ass deals he's been taking, I don't blame him. 30th.
No.
I don't blame him. Okay. What can him and his agent walk in my office and tell me? And we rank 30th in passing. What can you tell me?
I'm good in the community.
Nah.
I show up to work on time. That's not worth enough. That's not worth anything.
Okay. Their leading wide receiver was Robert Woods at 51 balls. And I believe we talked about him last week when we said this is the number one for the Rams. Good luck.
Right.
51 balls, 600 yards, 1 damn touchdown. Tyrod ain't throwing people over. You was right, dog. I got to get to you on that one. You was right. You said it. You said he's not the problem, but he's not the solution. You was right on that one.
See, because he threw for 3,000 yards, which is decent. You look for a quarterback to complete 60% of his passes. He's at 62%. So, he's solid there. 17 touchdowns, only 6 picks. But it's not much else there. Now, a lot of that has to do, I will say this. Your number one option, Sammy Watkins, was just not there. So, that's gonna hurt you, too, because it's a trickle-down effect.
Yes.
If you got Sammy on one side, we're going to see this year. Like I said last week, I think Sammy has a good year this year because it's contract year. You put Sammy Watkins on one side of the field, that draws 2, sometimes 3 defenders, so that'll open up the other side.
They brought Bolden in for a visit.
Well, hey, and now that I'm thinking about it, what were they last year?
In offense?
Last year. We're saying 7-9 this year. You think about the offensive weapons that they actually lost. They lost Robert Woods. They lost what's the person we just said?
Gillisley.
They lost Gillisley. They also lost the little fast wide receiver that came to the 49ers, Goodwin. They lost him.
Yeah. The boy who burned Revis on that Thursday night like twice.
So it's like outside of Shady and Watkins, his hamstring's made out of Twizzlers. What else do they have there on offense? Well, they got Charles Clay, which I don't think that they use. I don't think they use him right. I think Charles Clay is a good player. I don't think they use him right though.
Well, my player that must step up, Sammy Watkins' body, like everything, like all of it. I need him to be healthy.
Need to be healthy. Hey,
but you said it last week. You said the boy gonna play at least 13. He's gonna be healthy because that money on the line, and I don't doubt you.
The money got to come. You won't see Sammy on the sideline at practice on that bike.
Nah.
Like he was all last year.
Nah.
Yeah.
But, the defensive rank, they were 19th. They were 7th in passing, 29th in rushing. God, what is it about the AFC East? They just let you run on them.
Right. That's wow.
29th? I hope the DC got fired. They got a new coach. They robbed my defense, the Panthers defense. They robbed us for Sean McDermott. He's their head coach. But I don't see that as a positive for Tyrod because that's a defensive guy.
Yeah. I mean, looking at their defense, I guess what kept them afloat, even though they were so bad against the run, they were 7th against the pass.
Yeah.
They were 8th in sacks. So that's good.
Yeah.
7th in passing, that had a lot to do with Stephon Gilmore, and he's in New England.
He gone.
So, and then on offense, first in rushing, that helps. If you're 30th in passing, you better be first in rushing or at least up there in top 5.
Because they put up – I ain't put the number on here, but I remember it was at 164 yards a game rushing.
They was killing it. They was killing it. They was killing it on that run game, and Tyrod has a lot to do with that too. So, but like you said, they had McCoy and Gillislee last year. Again, another weapon that's no longer there. Gillislee ain't there no more.
Now I know you talked about Tyrod. I mean, I'm Sammy Watkins, but we did say Shady's hamstrings. They're Twizzlers, right?
Yeah. Those two. You're right.
Shady is always questionable on Sundays. Always.
You're right about that.
All right, who you got for the player with the most to prove? I mean,
well, I got Tyrod as a player I think who need to step up. I think he needs to do a little more with his arm. And I got Sammy Watkins as my person for the 2017-18 season who got the most to prove. Because when you got a guy with that kind of talent, when he's on the field, we know what he can do. And they decline to pick up the fifth-year option on him when they're losing offensive pieces left and right, and they decline the option on him. He got something to prove.
Because they could have had him for 3 more years with that 5th-year option. Actually, maybe 4 years. Can't they tag you for 3 years?
Let me tag you for 3 years, yeah.
They could have owned him for 4 years, and they said, "Nah, we're cool."
Yeah, he got something to prove.
But you know what he gonna do? Like you said last week, the boy gonna ball.
And then they're gonna be like, "Well, we love to have you back. We just had to protect." If I'm him, I'm like, "Pig."
But they can tag him though next year, right?
I think
because he was on a rookie deal.
I know he's on a rookie deal. I don't know. I don't know if they
we'll put that.
But I don't know. Because it was to me, just thinking about it right offhand, if you decline my option, you shouldn't be allowed to tag me.
You shouldn't be allowed to, but
it's the NFL.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, this last team, they suck. We're going to be finished early tonight, people, because we ain't got much. They suck.
The New York Jets.
Todd Bowles, I hope you got your kids knowing they're going to be moving. And I hope you know that your house needs to be on the market. Because you're getting fired, cuz. You're getting fired. It's not your fault.
It's really not.
They traded all the adults off your team.
Brandon Marshall.
I'm sorry, they didn't trade them. They cut them. They cut all the adults.
Brandon Marshall, Eric Decker, Darrell Reed, Nick Manning, David Harris.
The adults have been cut, and the kids are running the asylum. That's it.
Hey, the Tom Morris Claiborne.
You know what? I put that on there because I was trying to find something.
It's nothing. You were reaching. I know. I understand. I mean, let's go through real quick some of these horrible ass stats.
I'll tell you one thing.
They rate 26.
Ty Bowles, next time he see Ryan Fitzpatrick, he need to kick his ass. Because Ryan Fitzpatrick didn't do him no favors last year. But go ahead with those stats, cuz. Go ahead.
Hey, Ryan Fitzpatrick, 56% of your passes completed, 2,700 yards, 12 touchdowns, 17 interceptions, 29th in total QBR at 45.4. All right. Your offense is ranked 26th. Defense is decent. They were 11th in defense. They didn't get a lot of – they didn't get any sacks, really. 29th in sacks, that's not good. But solid defense. 31st in giveaway takeaway differential. That's not
dead last, cuz.
half a dead last. That's not good. So not only are you not getting to the quarterback, but you're not creating turnovers.
Okay, 25 interceptions, 9 fumbles. That gives you, what's that?
Minus
34 giveaways. 34.
Almost.
How? And you're supposed to win.
25 picks? Shit. How do you survive?
And the sad thing is, I don't know which way they're going at quarterback at the end of this, going into this season and next season. I don't know which way they're going.
I think they're going to start with McCown and then either Hackenberg or Bryce Petty. One of them has got to be. You got to give one of them dudes a shot to see what they can do. You've used either a first or second round draft pick the last 2 years. Well, not this past draft, but the previous 2 drafts on quarterbacks. You can't use that high of a draft pick on quarterbacks and leave these kids sitting on the bench. This year, you need to find out what the fuck they can do.
Can you give the people an update in regards to what Sam Darnold said in regards to going to the Jets?
Don't tank for me. But it's funny. It is funny that you mention him because when we get down to the players who must step up for the Jets, I got Sam Darnold.
Because he's in a frat house telling them, I'm good.
You don't want no parts of that. I mean, if you want to find a bright spot with the Jets, I mean, Matt Forte is 40 years old, and he did manage to get 800 rushing yards on that garbage-ass team. Quincy Enunwa is going to be brought back down to earth very quickly.
Yeah.
It's a lot different when you got Brandon. It's a lot different when you got Brandon Marshall on one side. You know, your 58 balls, 4 touchdowns, almost 900 yards that you caught last year. That's solid. But you're the number one guy now, and you have no quarterback. Good luck, Good luck with that.
Do they win a game? Do they win a game?
I got them going 1-15.
I think the player who must step up is the entire team.
Okay. That's everybody. I'm talking everybody, the entire team. Coach, water boys, equipment managers, training staff, everybody.
Anybody who needs a good DC, holler at your boy Ty Bowles. He'll be available come, February? Give or take? March.
Maybe December.
Yeah, he'll get fired early.
Jets, do Ty Bowles a solid, man. If you're going to fire him, go ahead and fire him before Christmas so he can spend the holidays with his people and he ain't got to come to work. Because there's nothing I hate more than, you got family and things and people in town for the holidays during the Christmas season. And, you know what I'm saying, you done burn all your vacation throughout the year, so you might have to go to work a couple days. I hate that shit. Let that man go, man, so he can be with his family uninterrupted.
And you know he's going to be on the sideline like this.
What's on your whiteboard, Ty? What's on your whiteboard?
What's on your whiteboard? All right. Have we come? Let's go. Let's do our real quick STFU awards for the week.
Yes, let's do that.
Mine this week, I'm going with Richard Jefferson. Richard Jefferson came out on his podcast and said, man, you can't blame Kyrie. It's been unstable. You know, he's had all these coaches and GMs. Last time I checked, Kyrie's a grown-ass man. They won a title. He's getting all the shots. They paying him real money. And you going to sit there and placate him and coddle him? He's LeBron James. Richard Jefferson, shut the fuck up. What you got, me?
All right. Well, mine is just kind of in relation to LeBron, actually. My Shut the Fuck Up award this week goes to not LeBron's real daddy, which is Greg Oden.
Yes.
Not his first stepdaddy, which is Delonte West.
Desperado.
But his second stepdaddy, well, now second ex-stepdaddy, his mama's ex-boyfriend, the real Lambo. You remember that cat? The
young cat?
He a little bit younger than us, so he ain't really young.
Okay. He's
still an aspiring rapper, and he's like 35. Well, apparently him and LeBron mama then broke up, right? So He's saying that, you know, LeBron out here telling people, you know, why they broke up or whatever, and he doing it wrong. So this cat is threatening to spew to the public some of LeBron's dirt about things that he's done to Savannah, how he cheats on Savannah on trips and all this, all because he ain't with LeBron mama no more. I wish I knew your real name because I hate calling another grown-ass man who's 35 plus and being an inspiring rapper the real Lambo. But shut your dumb ass up.
Shut up. All right, people. We have come to the end of the show. We have come to that part where you know what we do. It's called last call. The lights have come on. You got to choose because it's time to go home.
Yeah, it is. Your Uber is outside waiting. Are you taking her home or not?
One or the other. All right. You know, I'm gonna throw some entertainment in here real quick. Because we don't throw a lot in because we go hard on these sports because we straight sports, no chasing. But I got to throw this one in there. I ain't heard no rebuttal this week from your boy Usher. Is your boy Usher out here giving these shits that hurt, man? Real talk.
Hey, man, Mr. My Way.
Because you got to speak on that, man. You got to. If a girl say you gave her the herp and paid her and you ain't saying nothing, you got to speak on it. You got to.
Now you got multiple ones coming out.
Right.
Usher, even the girls, all of them, they should have got a shut the fuck up award.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be out here dragging the man, but you laid your motherfucking bum ass down with him and let him smash Raw just because he Usher.
Raw.
You know
they were wanting that lottery ticket.
Exactly. And so I don't want to say anybody deserves herpes, but shit. When you sleep with an entertainer, Usher sold what, like 10 million albums of confessions? So that shit went like diamond, right? Or close to it. And how many women do you think that dude has smashed? And you gonna fuck him raw? Man, stop.
I think I'm done.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop it.
Oh, I think I'm done.
What Martin say? You brought it on yourself.
Brought it on yourself. Okay. We need to come up with this other award, and I think the first recipient is Dumbass of the Week, Hugh Freeze. If I'm calling an escort service, I'm not calling with my job phone.
I don't understand. I don't understand why people keep doing dirt with their work phone. What the fuck is wrong with these people, man? What? Get you a burner. Get you a Boost Mobile or a Metro phone.
If I'm not mistaken, this is another Wire reference, and we're fans of the Wire on here. Didn't String make that cat ride like counties away to get burners?
All over, man. All over Baltimore County getting phones. Come on,
this
man.
Cat calling from his work phone.
Dumbass.
SEC be popping.
Hey. But two things I'll say about that. One, he'll get another job.
Yes, he will.
Two, is Lane Kiffin is that a spot for Lane Kiffin to possibly land at after he go down here and is it Florida Atlantic that he's
Florida Atlantic. The sad part about it, when his name came up, I was like, damn. I could see Lane doing that shit. I could see him doing it.
He would love that. He would love to get back, especially get back into the SEC West and have to play Nick Saban every year. He would love that.
Ooh, he spread Saban out.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yep.
All right, good people. We have come to the end of the show. We stayed on task. Shout out to the Jets, the Buffalo Bills, and the New York and Miami Dolphins. You ain't give us much to talk about because New England gonna win the damn division again.
That made it real easy, man, real easy. So that's why we decided to do this division first because it's the most predictable. And, you know, some things happened during camp, so we didn't really have to worry about this division too much. So there it is. I know we gave it to y'all at the beginning of the show, but just in case you forgot, don't forget, hit us up on all the social media platforms. We're on IG and Twitter at AA Sportscast. You can find us. Also at AA Sportscast at gmail.com. Hit us up with any comments, feedback, or questions. Again, we'll take any kind of feedback, constructive criticism. Just don't get in our email talking that shit.
No, sir. Disrespect would not be tolerated.
No, not at all. We want ideas. We want to hear what the people got to say. But do it right. Tell them where to hit you at on social media again.
I'm at Rike6000 on Twitter. Holla at your boy. Keep your eyes open, folks. That Urban Arena is coming. We got something real big coming for you. Holla at us.
Coming. Also hit us up on the Facebook page, man. Y'all know what time it is. You can hit myself at Diego Barris on Twitter. Hey, but that's what it is, man. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser, man. We holler at y'all next week. We out.
Check us on Spreaker. It's gonna be on Spreaker this week. Check us out.
Please go to the Spreaker app and download that. Save it, like it. It'll download every week automatically for you when we do a new show. So we appreciate the love and the feedback, people. AA Sports, Uncle Hate, Diego Barris. We out, man. We see y'all Thursday. Peace.